Truly, Scooten and Laris. Today we are going to have a look at a game that has been on and off been working on. That's yours,
Yeah,
Scooten?
yeah. It's called The Way Back Home, and actually, we've done a small preview of this particular game in another stream, I believe, just very shortly. But I think today we'll just try to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I've done a few changes since we saw it last time, and I'm pretty satisfied with it as it is right now. I just thought that we should take a look at it together today. And you see this little guy right here. This is the guy that we'll be working with. He is the narrator in this adventure, and as you can see, it's a bit of a setup here. Hopefully, it's gonna make a bit more sense when I explain it. I do hope that I actually remember how it works. I'm pretty sure I do. And then I think we'll add a cutscene maybe to the beginning and to the end of the game.
Hello, Kitty. Welcome to the chat.
Welcome to the stream and the chat. So yeah, I think that first we should just give it a playthrough so that everyone can see what it looks like right now.
Yep.
And then we'll figure out what to do with it. If any of you guys have any suggestions, well, feel free to suggest, and we'll try to see what we can do.
Yes.
But I guess we'll just hit 9 and give it a little playthrough.
Oh, and as Scooten has just entered here, let me just add that actually a template was built, showing how the camera setup was around the cylinder.
Yeah.
So you can check that out in the previous stream.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's this old template called the cylinder camera template, and it's actually the one I've been using to create this. I do think that we'll have a look at maybe that particular template if any of you is interested, or
Yep.
if you have your own CREY open, you can go in and check that out
Yes.
while you're watching the stream.
That can be found in the Create section.
Yeah. So as you can see, it's sort of like a cylinder camera here because the camera is sort of looking at us and following us around here, but it's all sort of based on seekers and
Some light.
maybe it's a bit abstract for me to explain while playing here, but we'll get to it. So as you can see, actually, what I've been adding here lately is this little pig here, who's sort of guiding you through the game. It's a pretty sort of linear experience, the game, so there's not really a need for guidance, but I just thought it'd be fun to add another character besides the one that we're playing as.
Yeah.
So right now we're collecting some hams here. The narrative is simple. We are attending a barbecue party back home. So we are making our way back home, and we are now collecting some hams.
Yes. Oh, and I think I forgot to add that today we are also going to be looking at not making a lot of cutscenes, maybe one, but also
one or two.
I think you mentioned this already. Some dialogue setups where you go someplace like you
Yeah.
just saw, and the text will appear. It could be a small quest. It could be just a hint.
Yep. Exactly.
Hey Jordo, welcome to the stream.
Welcome, Jodo. Welcome.
Oh, and then today, by the way, we have the announcement of the winner of last week's challenge.
Oh.
Yes, which is really nice. So it's actually going to be put here in a second. I just updated recently, so I think it's going to be shared in the chat. We'll announce the winner briefly. Yes. Let me see.
yeah.
I think I have it covered down here somewhere.
And I just gotta say, like, it's really been fun doing this game here, because it's very much like a huge focus on just polish and the environment, and some games that we do and that you do are very heavily focused on like gameplay, gameplay props and gameplay mechanics.
Yes.
And this is actually just more focused around that cylinder camera mechanic, and then just trying to build a nice, cozy little world that the player is running through.
Yeah.
So that's really been a pleasure. Because like I'm usually into building these gameplay prop heavy games, but really got the chance to just focus on polish here.
Oh, by the way, Nikolai is writing Ghost Replay not working, or it was changed. I cannot see my opponents in the weekly challenge. Oh, so the Oof Island game, is that the one you mean, Nikolai? Because I am pretty sure we saw the Ghost Replay. It might have been something that we need to put back on after a live deploy, which would be a bug, but we could check that.
Yeah, we should.
The Oof Island game. Okay, so you do not see ghost challenges there. That's probably a bug because that was activated. We can actually check that out quickly, I think, during the stream today.
Definitely, yeah. Maybe like we can just we can do that straight away, like just before we start building here.
Yeah, that's
Would
a good
that be
idea.
a thing?
Yeah, so we don't like go into the building mindset and then.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good idea.
All right.
Because I think this one needs attention when we go into it.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey Nesse, welcome, and Organo.
Hello. All right, so for those of you who tuned in, you saw the playthrough here. I guess we'll have a lot more of those later on, but maybe we should just take a look at that real quick.
Yes.
Wanna do that?
Yes, let's do that. I think.
I'll just jump out here, and I just need to switch into a different account.
Yeah.
Do that really quickly. Bum. And then we can also just have a look at the cylinder template.
Yes.
Just for the heck of it. So I guess it'll be easier to understand how the game works, actually.
Yeah.
Once we see the template.
Yes. I think we've actually had like one previous bug where it was. Oh, and by the way, if the sound is off, please do let us know.
Yeah, let us know, please.
I touched all the buttons I shouldn't touch on the mic earlier. So we should have the. Oh yeah, Ghost Replay is
it
on.
should be on, right? But we can just we can take it off and on.
Yeah.
Should we do that?
If it works. I don't know.
We'll try and do that.
Yes.
Right, and then we'll
save it and republish it.
Save it, republish it, and we'll see what happens.
Sounds okay. Oh, thank you, Nesse.
Ah, great.
Nikolai, can you check if you are near, or anyone else, if after this is done, the Ghost Replay is functional?
And boom, it should be republished.
Yes.
All right. And in the meantime, I'll just log back into the Scootin account.
At your service, Commander Laris.
Bam. All right. So I think let's have a quick look at the cylinder template, because the for those of you who joined a little later here, what we're doing today is that we're looking at a game that I've been building on for a while, and that game is using this template right here, which is a cylinder template. So what you saw previously was very different from this, but the camera itself is the same. So let me just try and unhide these things. The way it works is that there's a seeker that is this one, and that's just moving up and down, just up and down, and that's moving. It's moving this seeker up and down, but this seeker is not moving. It's just looking at things, right? So
it basically just turns to where.
Basically, so like we have a camera here that is glued to this seeker that looks at the player, and then there's another seeker here that controls the height of this camera, right?
Oh, breaking news! It's a bug. Okay, so the Ghost Replay is not functional.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. That is passed on, sir.
So I'll just show you real quick. So as you can see, we have that seeker just looking at the character, and the camera is behind that character. So I know this is it's a bit of a tricky setup here, because it can be very hard to see where you're actually at. But it sort of I think shows you how the camera works. So it gives you this this smooth transitions here, and that's what we're using in the other game. So now that we've seen this, I think we should just jump back and have a look at the game that we're going to build in.
I am quickly just passing
Right,
on
and
the
it's
information.
here.
Let's see here. Oof Island, where are you? Oh yes, of course, you are at the very beginning.
Yeah,
There
it
we
should be
go.
up there.
Yep. Recently
All right.
republished.
So if you just saw the other template, this really doesn't look anything like it, but you can sort of see how the you can see this. I have this wall in here just for reference. So if I lift that up, this would be the equivalent to the centerpiece cylinder that we saw in the template. So the camera sort of moves around this, and if I just place this here, you can see I've sort of been building around this, because I know then the camera is going to look all right. Here as well. You can actually see part of the first one here. I kept that. When I was building to begin with, I actually had this one as well for reference, and another one on top of that. But yeah, It looks really messy. You can see there's a lot of floating objects here, and at first glance you'd think, what the hell is going on? Which I could understand. What is happening here? It looks so off and so misaligned.
Yes.
But let me just explain. So the camera is locked here and will just pivot around the center of that cylinder. So let's say you get to this point, for example. Then instead of having like a naked, let me just try and hide these things here. Just notice how naked the picture looks now, that we've hidden all this polish in the background. Now I'm just gonna unhide it again, and you can see sort of gains like more volume, right?
Yeah.
The whole frame.
And hiding is hotkey H.
Yeah, that's
if you
H,
want
just
to,
pressing
use
there.
that.
You can
Yeah.
press again to unhide.
Yeah.
But now if you have a closer look over here, let's say the camera angle was different, you'll see that trees are in the water, trees are flying in the air. It doesn't make any sense. But we have a very controlled camera here, so we can really play around with the scenery in the background.
Yeah.
And I mean, adding scenery in the background, adding some atmosphere and some sort of visual ambience, it really, really helps create an atmosphere in the games. So,
Yeah.
so I definitely recommend that. And it's the same thing that's going on over here. It looks even more stupid, but that's really like you'll get to the point up here, and like really want something to be in the background, you know, over here, so it doesn't look empty. So that's what this is all about. Same thing goes over here. It looks a bit crazy, but there's some thought behind it, and the craziness over here is just to make it look prettier from this angle as well. So that's that. Just in case you were wondering,
Yeah.
what the heck all these floating things are doing.
An additional information would be that actually next week we are going to have a weekly challenge starting again. Since the game here published today is going to be an explore adventure story, and then in 2 weeks we're gonna make a playthrough of all the games we can get to play through in the time given. So if you have any games you would like us to play on stream, one you published or one you think is good, do let us know in the chat or in the Discord, and we will see to it that we try to set time aside to play them. But that's in 2 weeks. We will make sure to announce it. I'll put up some events and share them as well, so there is a calendar where you can see the events for next week and next week again.
Oh yeah.
And then a quick announcement.
Yeah.
We actually have a winner from the week challenge, which is Kitty Meowser. Kitty Meowser. And that can be found here. Just a link in the chat. Congratulations. It's a CREY Games hoodie coming your way, as well as a month of Discord Nitro. So well done, well done.
Well done.
I screenshotted for your pleasure, of course, the leaderboard, so you can see that you're number one on it.
Yeah,
Strange
congrats.
Sentinel
Congrats.
was like running a second place, pretty close. So I will get in contact with you on the Discord, Kitty, and congratulations.
All right, and now I'm just going to see if I can get a hold of all these things and put them in a box. All right, see that? Do we have everything here? Did I grab everything? I feel like I did. I think I did. All right, let's just say I did. All right, so let me just try and explain this setup. I'll just add another one up here because I feel like that's where we meet this guy again, isn't it? Yeah, that looks alright. I'll just get this snap off, and alright, that should do it. So let me try and explain this setup here. Alright, so you run into this sensor here, which triggers everything. This pig here is on a seeker that is always looking at the player. So that's the reason, like when we open it here, you can see it's always looking at the player, right? So that's what that's for. eventually it's gonna stop because we disable that signal over here by the end of the sequence. But let me just show you, like, this sensor sends power to a connector here, which then powers a message. It says, "Oink mate, we're throwing a barbecue party at the farm." Something like, I can't remember the whole thing, right? All right.
How is that not gonna be great? That is amazing.
So the sensor is like, if you've seen the cutscene video guide that I did, it's sort of the same way it's working here. It's just without powering cameras, but with powering messages instead. So this sensor is also powering a timer, which then powers the connector. So the connector gets one signal from the sensor, which allows it to send power to this text prop here. But a few seconds later, which is 4 seconds in this case, it also receives a power signal from the timer, which then makes it like have two power inputs. And because it's set to 1, it sort of disables that power thing, right?
Oh, and
then we're just chaining that up,
yeah.
Really, and using the timer here as we're using the sensor. So.
And if you are confused about making cutscenes or anything, check out the link in the chat. That one goes directly to actually the video you made on how to make cutscenes. So check that out.
Yeah.
Should answer a lot of questions.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, it's really the same setup here. We're just powering text instead of powering cameras. We could power cameras if we wanted to, and we'd have like a cutscene sequence, but we're not doing that right now. So then, of course, there are some sounds. The oink sound that the pig is making, which is powered, I believe, from a generator here, which has this connector type, which is set to 1. So the sensor activates that. I used a generator just to give it like a little bit of jitter on the sound. Then that signal is disabled by the end of the sequence, because then we want to power another sound, which is what this one powers as well, and that's the bzz, 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 sound, which I believe a certain someone recorded.
It's mythical.
But it's great. Let's hear it just for the sake of it. All right, oink mate, we're throwing a barbecue party at the farm, and so it goes on. So I feel like just adding this, just sort of added a little companion to the game, which made it more fun to be in. Yeah, now you hear it.
There he goes,
flying off.
Yeah.
And we'll just meet this guy up here again. Let's see what that looks like.
Oh, I'll
just sprint.
I got an update on the ghost replay, actually. Nikolai, are you still in the chat? Everyone else as well, of course. Apparently, with the live deploy, there was a minor bug removing that ghost, but it is back now. So you can actually, when you complete it, it will come again, the ghost. So it's up and running. He's not in the chat as he writes. It should work again with new ghosts. Sorry about that. And thank you, team.
Alright, and let's just skip all the ham snatching over here and go straight up. I'm just running. I guess I'll disable sprint, but just for playtesting it, I think it's nice. Alright, now I just copied the one that we have on the second floor, so it should just trigger the same one. Okay, that's great. Cool. And so once we have the setup done the first time, it's actually pretty easy to set up the next one. Yeah. We just have to decide what he's going to say. Now let me just hide these 2 things here. Okay, I'll meet you at the castle. We just collected the hams. What are we going to do now?
Story time.
Story time. Okay, not oink mate, listen up.
Oink mate.
Oh, maybe that's the thing. Like that's the thing. He always he starts off by saying, "Oink mate, listen up." All right. So let's keep that.
So you're going to the barbecue now.
Yeah, you got like in this part of the game, we're actually like going into the castle ruins.
Yeah.
It's gonna look something like this, like when you run by it, and then there's this little segment here with these pigs. That can actually hurt you. I don't know if this is family to him. Maybe it is. Maybe oink mate, I grew up around here. These pigs are not like me. They'll do anything to get something like that. Yeah,
maybe he's
write
got
that
a
down.
pet hamster. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That was a very
pet hamster.
bad pun.
I
Ham
grew up
around
these parts.
I grew up around these parts. We don't don't take kindly to your
yeah. Let's go there. When we don't take kindly to strangers around these
around
these
these
lands.
Yeah.
Strangers around. I grew up in these parts. Can we use that parts again? Just lands.
Yeah,
Lands.
parts. Yeah.
Lands. Listen.
Piggy don't care.
Straight around these lands.
And then you all meet up at the barbecue. Everyone forgot it.
Yeah, that would be nice. That
Everyone's
would be beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Asher's writing, are they Aussie porks? Oh, well.
Well, they could be. Are they?
One could be.
Oink, mate. So, how are we doing tonight? It's nice to see you again.
Oink, mate.
Oink, mate. All right, so what the fuck? What did we just write? We don't take kindly to strangers around these lands.
Yeah.
Get past the crazed. Get past my crazed brethren. How do you spell that, brethren?
Oh, I think it's
Brethren?
B-R-E, and then T-H-R-E-N.
So that's something like this, right?
Yes, that looks very correct.
It's brethren,
Yes,
and
sir.
I'll meet you,
Double checking. It is correct.
and I'll meet you where the snow hits the ground.
Oh, yeah. Snow time. Okay, so...
All right, let's try and do this. And then that should be the end of it. Like, we could add another sequence here, and we can even make them. I think in the previous one, this one was a bit longer, but we can just reduce this to 4 seconds. And then I think since this text message is a bit longer, we should probably change this one up to 6 seconds, right? So we get 6 seconds until this timer disables this. Okay. Pretty confident that will work.
That should work.
That should work. Okay, cool. If you're wondering like what this white blob is here, it's actually just me adding some collision. 'Cause like I feel like most of the time I really want to do it like the natural way. So there's an obstacle so you can't get past, or there's a wall or whatever. That is not always possible. A lot of the times it is. I guess it would be like if I was a bit wiser. But unfortunately I'm not. So I am using these primitive shapes to block holes in the ground, or make walls and stuff. So
we'll adjust that one after Nikolai. He called you out on something you wrote where I should always be big.
Oh,
a capital
right.
letter.
Well.
Let's see.
Oh,
hey. That's a fix.
All right. Yeah, the thing is like,
that's how easy it is to iterate.
I always felt like it looked like an L.
Yes.
So it gets this like an meet you. But I think that's just me. That's just me. All right, so we get past his crazed brethren here, and we are slowly making our way up the castle ruins. Now this is gonna be like we pretty much focused in this texture on the pigs here, but that's actually not the very big part of this area. But I guess we can live with that, right? I tend to always like when I reach this point, I always go and like just peek out the window here. So I think we should make like a window. What is it called? Like a peeping tom or something like that. Like when like people who stares into other people's windows. Like there's a name for that.
Creepy
peeking, creepy peek.
Voyagers, creepy dudes.
Yeah.
Creepy dudettes.
Creepy dude. We can call it the creepy dude.
We call that the.
All right, so we'll just create a badge like here.
The watchtower window.
The watcher. No, but that's like. It's heroic.
Yeah.
But
maybe
this is like
it's a surveillance
window, a photo opportunity.
Photo opportunity.
Yeah, you know that the Banksy stuff where he makes this. This is not a photo opportunity, where it obviously is.
Oh yes.
This is not
a photo opportunity.
This is not a photo opportunity. Let's call it that, right?
No selfies.
What are we doing here? This is not
big
a photo.
This is not
a.
That's 2 words, I think. Photo opportunity.
No. Will we do that? Photo opportunity.
This is not the time to take a selfie.
what is it called? Is it called
Big
a
Doggy
peeping?
49.
Peeping.
Thanks you for,
like
thank you for the follow.
Peeking.
Sorry,
Peeking.
peeking.
Peeking. Tom, is that what it's called? Like,
No, it's not.
Can you just
peeking, Tom.
can you do a Google search? Because I really want to know.
Oh God.
So we got some interesting badges so far. Like we got the ham snatcher, the haminator,
the Haminator.
and now we're getting the what is it called? Like peep, to peep.
Yeah, you can
Peeping.
peep, you can glance, you can glimpse,
Can you
look.
Can you just write?
you
Can
can
you write
spy.
peeping, Tom? Can you just write that?
Well, that's a very specific,
very specific.
description
I might-
for creepy
I might-
dudes,
I might-
so I would avoid that. It's peeping. I think.
Should we not go with that?
I think let me just. A man who furtively observes. Yeah,
Yeah,
it goes
yeah,
to be
maybe-
negative sexual. So
Oh,
let's
okay.
avoid peeping Tom.
All right, all right. We'll go with something else.
Yeah, I
We'll
think
go
we
with something else.
Yeah, watch.
The we'll just. This is not a photo opportunity.
This is not a photo opportunity.
Opportunity,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And we'll definitely. This
No
is gonna
peeping
be
Tom.
like a grade C badge,
Yeah.
right? Is it like is it a B? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Text
Take your selfies
somewhere
stick
else.
somewhere else.
Take your selfie stick somewhere else.
All right, put yourself. Take.
Yeah.
All right. All right, there we go. We created the badge.
That's a very angry window.
Yeah, it's an angry window.
Yeah.
But this is like an angry castle ruin, right?
And
It
then
was messed up.
There should be a camera, and when you pick it up, you naturally just lose one life. Because you didn't follow
It's
the
actually, that's a pretty
instructions.
good idea. So the only thing I felt like was random in this particular part is that this one is not attached to anything. It just goes back and forth. But I decided to keep it there because I feel like it adds just a little bit of challenge to this segment, which is pretty non-challenging. You can fall down, but you'll just fall. You'll fall into the pigs. They won't be too happy about it, but you can just make your way back again. So, we're making our way up here, and I think this is where we meet the. This is where we meet the bacon pig again, right? So, what I did here was actually, as you can see, this whole box here is a new camera box. The reason being that as I kept on building here, I realized that whenever I build something on top of what I've already built, just like I built the castle ruins on top of the orc camp, that's actually gonna block the sun. So it's gonna be this whole area is just covered in darkness and shadow.
Oh yeah, that fits.
Which
nicely.
makes sense here because this is the creepy area with the creepy trees, and we have this this cave-ish thing going on here. So I think it's okay. But I really like this sun being cast on everything here, and I wanted to keep that for the castle ruins as well. So that's actually why I figured, okay, I'm gonna have to drag the character somewhere else. So I'm actually dragging it all the way over here, and as we go through this gate, another cylinder camera takes over, and then we get this whole segment right here. So that's like, in case you're wondering, why the hell did he not just continue building on that cylinder? That is why, because I didn't want to cast a shadow and everything. Most of the time when you build, you sort of build according to the light as well. Oh, it looks cool that you can just see this thing, I can just see this. But then all of that will just be neglected completely if you build on top of it, right?
So we have, because now I forgot, we have the beginning
Yeah,
where we have Mr. Bacon,
yeah,
and he's. Can you give it again?
yeah.
Because I was just thinking about bringing. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah. So there's the barbecue at the farm, but there are dangers lurking ahead of you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then you get up, and then he was like, and then he changed mood completely, or was that?
Did he?
Did he?
Did he?
Did he?
Did he?
Oh, but was there?
Did he?
That was when he then went like, "Oh, we don't take kindly to your can't.
Oh
something.
yeah, that's right. No, but
So we get up there and he's like, "Oh, we've been invited to the barbecue," and then all of a sudden he's like, "Get out of here!"
you get out.
So he's.
Did he like? I'm not because I thought it was like he was talking about his brothers that didn't take kindly.
Oh, this is your.
I might have been wrong.
Snatch a ham or two and then get out quickly. I'll wait for you outside the castle. Okay, and then you come up to the.
And then you're supposed to collect these hams, but we're just gonna skip this part
Yes.
because that's totally doable. All right, and then you get up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you get up here,
And
and he's there again. And he says, "Wait, mate, listen up. We're up around these parts. We don't take it." Yeah, all right.
Kylie's a stranger around these lands.
All right.
So this guy just invited us
Okay,
to the
doesn't-
barbecue, and now
Yeah.
he's.
Damn, like, look, could it be that this guy is actually the evil guy, right?
Oh yeah.
So he starts off by being really nice and, hey
Oh,
man,
yeah,
like I'll
then-
give you a hand, I'll meet you there, I'll meet
then
you
he
there.
gets-
But then he'll try to kill you later on. Maybe
he flips
he
around.
flips around, or maybe we'll just change whatever we wrote in here. My family doesn't take kindly.
Oh yeah. Yes, that would actually
My
save it completely.
family. Oh, my
fertility.
my fertility doesn't. my family. Right.
Don't take. They don't take.
My family don't take. Don't it doesn't. That's don't right.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't take.
Otherwise, I'm sure Nikolai will
He's in the chat watching us.
make sure that there's
Ever watchful.
no spelling error in this adventure here. Okay, cool. Next up is this area right here. You know, I'm just gonna drag the character all the way up there because then we don't have to play through the whole thing every time. Because we'll just go crazy.
That's a good idea.
Alright. So we get up here. Bum. Give it a second. There we go. And we are past the ruins. Okay.
Hager man.
So I figured this is the place that we're gonna talk to him.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good little plateau.
Yeah. And now this may be like a bit of a hardcore transition. Like the camera transition is pretty rough here.
But I think if you keep on moving, I think it adjusts pretty.
Yeah, it will
well.
adjust. It's just
I
that
actually like that. It's a
might
bit
like get a
plugged.
yeah, sure. It's just like you get a shock. Of, wow, what's going on?
Yeah.
But
You're forced to explore.
yeah.
We're not holding your hand here.
No. All right. And I'll meet you where the snow hits the ground. Well, that's not entirely true because there's no snow to be seen right here. That comes over here. But maybe I'll meet you. Maybe it's just gonna meet us over there. I'm really not sure. Any suggestions in the chat would be.
For where you
Okay,
should
fair
meet Mr.
Yeah,
Bacon?
like we said like I'll meet you where the snow hits the ground.
Oh, so we need snow there.
So
we
we
need
need
texture.
Yeah, but there's no snow here.
There's no snow.
That's a bit of snow over here. I mean, now we transition into the snowy thing. Should we just like meet
Yeah,
him
that's
here?
true. Yeah, that would be an obvious spot right by the houses. Yeah, I think that's a good place.
Okay, and then we'll
It's
just
also a bit of a run there, so it makes sense that there's something to interact with.
true that.
Yes.
All right, cool. We'll place him over here.
Yeah,
All right,
let's do it.
where you're at, young man. There he is.
Look at him.
Watch him go.
And this is a great part of CREY. You simply box up everything you just saw
Oh,
and you
yeah,
copy
yeah.
paste it.
Yeah,
And it's that easy.
it does make it easier, right? All right, so I'm really wondering like how this is gonna work without the camera. I guess it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But this guy, I think it's gonna look something like this. Okay, so when the whole sequence ends, this seeker right here will actually, that's what makes him fly off. So we want to make sure that the thing that he flies off towards is, which is this one, that is the right direction. So now he's sort of gonna make a turn here and fly out, which I think is fine because we want him to fly out of the camera zone, so we don't see him again. I'll just put it here.
That's the sensor for activating it.
Yeah, that's the center for activating it. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. All right. So let's grab this character. Oh, by the way, I just glued the sensor to the character because I figured like this one kickstarts everything. Yeah, the camera at least. Good. We'll place it here. All right. And there he is. It's a bit difficult to see.
Oh, maybe it's easier if he's just on the left side.
Yeah.
So he's right by
Oh,
the
yeah.
house. So
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
passes,
totally.
he's like, "Hey there,
True that.
stranger."
True that. Yeah, we'll do that.
Hey there. Hello there. Hello
But just
there.
creeping in the shadows. Yeah. Get another one.
Yeah, please, that would actually be really good. For the sake of everyone.
Can we do that?
Dump a weird dump.
Greetings.
That's.
No,
Hey
no,
there,
no.
kids. You want to buy some milk?
Want to buy some bacon? Alright. Should we just, is he underneath?
Oh, yeah.
Let's get him up a bit. Just like that. Alright. Cool. Let me just see now. The sensor that triggers everything might be a bit. Is that okay? I think it's okay.
Yes.
Right? Something like this.
Yeah.
He's standing behind the wall. As soon
That's
as you
fine.
cross here, he'll see you.
Check it
Alright.
out. Check it out.
Check it out, man. There he is. And he's just saying the same thing. But let's just yeah, we'll definitely change that. We just want to make sure that the trajectory is okay. I'm thinking I'm not sure. Okay, he flies over in that direction. We'll need him to fly in a different direction, right? We want this thing. Let's just move it over here. And so he's gonna take off here. It's gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be going over here. All right. Oh, did I miss the ball as well?
Here we go.
All right, something like this. Let's just try that. Bum bum bum. Get over here. Bum bum bum.
So now for what should say there.
Yeah, we need to figure out what he's going to say here. And let's see. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, look at him go.
Yeah, watch him go, man. Okay,
Ah,
cool. I have this strange feeling like that. Let's say you reach this top and you'll just like in the horizon just see these pigs just flying around because like we just sent them off. But I don't
think
know.
that's part of
I
a
don't
beautiful
know.
game design. I think. It's,
Okay, so what is he going to say? So we made it to the place where the snow hits the ground. And now we are actually getting pretty close. I'm not sure, maybe like this is actually the last time we meet him. No, we'll meet him up here again, I figured. Alright.
but that is. Yeah.
Will we?
This. But what? That depends on what he's going to say, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just meet him at the end. Right? Here. We'll meet him at the end. This is the last time.
Then he should probably
Alright, Oink mate, listen up.
that's the last step before the barbecue.
That
You did
the
well
last step before we hit the before we hit the barbecue.
before we
Before we hit the Q.
before we hit the BQ.
The BQ. Can you say that?
Well done, young Padawan.
BQ.
BQ.
Dot. Alright, so that's the first thing. But don't fool yourself, this is still. Nah. What are we going to write here? Oh, yeah. It's a BBQ. Not the B.
The
Not the
BQ?
BQ. The BBQ.
Oh, come on, that's true. Oregano got our back. It's the
Damn.
BBQ. It's not BQ. Yeah.
Alright. Good thing that we're not teaching English to anyone. Alright, that's the last
Just
step.
quickly gonna note down one thing here.
Yeah.
There we
Go
go.
ahead and note. Last step before we hit the barbecue.
So what have we done so far in
We've-
the game?
We've collected a couple of hams.
Yes.
We have made it past the castle ruins,
Yes.
the all camp.
Yes.
We've made it to the land where the snow hits the ground, and we're almost home.
Okay. So Barbecue awaits.
Let's see here. All right, mate. Listen up. That's the last step before the
It's like
before we reach before we.
it's like Frodo before like.
That's
it's
the last step before we hit the barbecue.
Mount Doom.
But these lands.
Thank you, Organa. Thank you very
Are-
much. Thank you very much.
Are wet and slippery.
Dangerous and snowy.
Wet and slippery.
Danger. Yes. Danger. Think that's
Wet and slippery, filled with
filled with
danger and
danger and snow and
snow and
stuff.
snow, danger
Our book will be published
snow.
next week.
stuff
We are storytellers, if you
Alright.
cannot tell.
and stuff.
Get past my... Oh, we need to change that. That's true. So is
Yeah.
this one the second or the first message?
This one is the third one, right? So the first one is, oink, mate, listen up. That's the
Last
last step before the barbecue. And then it says, but these lands are wet and slippery, filled with danger and snow and stuff.
That was awkwardly precise, Oregano.
And what's up?
Sounding like an elderly white lady trying to be hip with the young guys around the neighborhood. That was curiously precise.
Get where we're going now. We're
Are you an elderly white lady? Well,
well,
third and final message. Or speak.
we are
It's been quite the adventure. It's been what a ride.
it's been a hell of a ride.
It's been a hell of a ride. Now get back to school.
No, it's school.
Now
hurry
hurry
up.
up. Yeah, that's that.
So
See,
we
now
can-
now it's happening. So we can celebrate.
Celebrate
at the
and feast.
feast.
Feast and celebrate.
Feast.
Celebrate and feast.
Celebrate.
So we can feast and celebrate.
So we can feast and celebrate. Yeah, that's better.
Cele? Or cele?
Cele.
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 Celebrate.
Celebrate.
All right, cool.
So setup is
I was like,
complete.
there's no reason for this one to be 6 seconds long. I figured that everyone can read that in 4.
let's test it.
Let's test it out.
Let's play test.
Let's see what the elderly white lady says. Oh, mate, listen up. That's the last step before we hit the barbecue.
And now me. But these lands are wet and filled, slippery, filled with danger and snow and stuff.
It's been a hell of a ride. Now hurry up so we can feast and celebrate.
Oh God, I didn't get my line. All right.
All right, cool.
Oh, train, incoming train.
Is it?
No, I
Is
don't
it?
know.
Where is it?
Is there a train?
There should be.
There should be.
Oh, wait, maybe the sensor for that one might be over here.
Let's check that out. Going to the build editor.
Oh my god. Whoa. Right. Something. Oh, it's actually all the way over here.
Oh,
So yeah, that's the reason. Well, it's cool. Well, it's fine. It's fine, right? You need to make sure that if we fall down here, there's damage. There is actually already. So that's cool. Is there like there's another pit that you can fall into here? We'll just add some damage.
that looks pretty cool.
Thank you. Right. Flip this.
Flip it around
Flip it around.
and
Alright, I think that would do. Let's just make sure it doesn't shoot into us over here. Yeah. That's cool. And mount. Let's crank that up.
4,200.
Which actually reminds me, and please, before we wrap this up, remind me that we need to do just a couple of respawn points.
Oh
Because
yes,
man, it's a long way, like from here to all the way down here.
That's
It's
how experienced of pointing that out.
yeah,
I
Which is-
seriously forget stuff like that. So that's really
like
good.
I sometimes do that as well. And as you can see, we've already added one here. I just somehow forgot about the other one. Well, cool. Now,
Did you move the train sensor?
no, I didn't because I figured like once you play the whole thing, it's all right that it starts over here.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so it's not really.
Yes,
It's only like for the testing here. Okay, so whoa. Yeah, so that. By the way, this is the references I was talking about. Like when I built this whole thing initially, this pillar went all the way down to the ground, and I just built around that. Because the thing is, like, if you get too close to the center, it's gonna be very like a top-down view, and the camera is gonna rotate. So it actually makes it pretty difficult
Yes,
to see what the heck is going on.
that's true.
Okay, so it's not much of a barbecue as of yet.
Well, you haven't been to my
Um,
family's barbecue. I think that this one is plenty. Oh, there we go.
Let's add this here, and are we just throwing pieces of meat on the ground?
I think
As one tends to say. I think.
I think there's a Lonely Island reference somewhere.
Oh yeah. Let's
I
go with it.
Yeah,
right?
that's. I mean, it's barbecue.
Right.
It's a feast.
It's a special kind of barbecue. Okay, that just
Yes.
disappeared. That's fine.
Where the giants live.
And we'll just add, I guess, the little pig here.
Oink.
Bam bam. He's not gonna say anything. I think he's just gonna.
He's the quiet guest.
Just a quiet guest.
He'd rather just pet the dog if there was one and play games in his own room. That piggy. I think we can all relate to that piggy. So he's the one who like greets you, or is he?
I mean, this was. I don't know what we'll do with him. We'll put him on a. We'll just make him look at you, right?
I mean, imagine being there. He's like, oh, look at all this delicious ham. Oh, wait, it's from pigs.
It's. Oh yeah, that's true.
This is
It's
a
actually
horror
really
movie.
really cruel. The whole idea of this.
Maybe he, yeah, he's not noticing. It's okay.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He's just a pig.
Yes.
He's just happy to be part of this.
Yeah.
Right?
He's just a happy man.
Just a happy.
Happy pig. It's
Yeah.
the happy pig. Yes.
All right. So he's just looking at us now.
Yes.
Um,
I warned you about that cannibalism, though. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that's
Organo.
true. Well,
It is.
I mean,
Yeah.
we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. It's just a game, right? Okay, so we'll make him say something. You have to say something, right? Something like
You did it.
Woo! You made it.
Welcome to the feast. Let's celebrate. Let's party.
Let's
Let's
party.
party.
Do we have the like that enemy techno and?
I'm not even sure.
No.
I don't even know.
All right, so like the thing is, we're not playing with. We don't have any sound on. Like don't have any headphones on. So I'm gonna be a bit careful about adding too much sound. We can do like some iterations and
yeah.
improve on this, but to begin with, we'll just do a very simple thing here.
Yeah.
This one will send power to this connector, which is equal 1, and this connector will give power to the text. Say,
Oi.
oink mate,
Oi.
oink mate, listen up. Nah, just oink mate. Right?
Oink, mate. Let's party. Yeah. Oh, you need the thing with and the
And
apostrophe thing.
And actually, party is.
Party.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Right?
Yes, that's perfect.
And
That's
we'll just
beautiful.
make that stop after, let's say, a couple of seconds. We'll give it 4. So, sensor sends power. Timer interrupts the signal on the connector. And 4 seconds later,
Yeah.
we're good. Okay, cool. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. I think we're getting somewhere with it.
Yeah.
It's in a state where I believe it's ready to be published.
Yes.
More or less. More or less. Respawn points.
Yes, respawn
Right.
points, and then just move the characters.
And then move the characters to the beginning.
Yes.
Alright.
Down with the start point.
Down it goes.
Really, Scooten, can't you spell party now? Hey, hey, hey.
Actually, party is only spelled with one Y and not four.
Yes.
Well,
we knew. We even called it out.
we called it out, man.
See, you're not paying attention.
That's right.
Nikolai.
Um,
It's Thursday tiredness.
yeah. So,
Forgot an extra Y. Oh, I see what you did there.
well, it's the reason we're not teaching English in school, right? Sitting here instead. We should add the, what was it? It was a respawn point.
Yes.
Okay. So let me just take that off and let's see. I guess the first one should be up here.
Oh yeah. So by each piggy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
We'll just place it here.
Yes.
And I guess just for the sake of something, we'll make it visible. I like to hide it beneath the ground, but I figured it's nice for people to know that hey, this is a checkpoint. Might do a customized version of it, so that means hiding it underground, then building something else as a checkpoint. It could be every time you see this mushroom, you get a checkpoint. Or like that. We'll do that in another iteration.
And you can actually, you can set it up and use a hider setup where things glow and there's a checkpoint. And I actually think that someone boxed a creation, a checkpoint creation where it starts to glow when you go to it or something. You can check it out in the
that's cool. Yeah, we
box
should
library.
probably use some bucks for it. So I guess that eventually the player's gonna run through here. So I guess it's safe to put it right there. Okay. Maybe actually here.
Yeah. Checkpoint achieved.
Checkpoint. Bam. There it is. Cool.
And we need another one.
We just need to give this
Another.
thing power. Another one. Right? Forever. We're good.
And another
Just copy
checkpoint.
that. And yeah. So that would be up here.
Oh yeah, that's
Right?
true. Yes.
Cool. There it is.
Good.
And this is also an area that is unskippable. So we'll be fine.
Yep.
Okay. Just hide this grass.
And is that a giant
Is
fern?
it- oh my.
There was a fern, ladies and gentlemen. We had a fern.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No stream.
we've got a fern.
No stream without a fern.
We've got a fern on our hands.
Not on our watch.
No.
Still a petition.
I'm not gonna be part of this if we don't get ferns in there
Yeah.
every time.
No dev stream without a fern.
So this is this section could be a bit tricky to some people, but I think we'll just. Is it here? Is that a nice place?
Yeah, because then you can also see that the checkpoint is over there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's nice.
We'll do that. Cool. And I figured like this one is probably
The
gonna
final one?
fit more or less, right? It's fine.
Yeah.
And so.
Oh no, because we also had the starter. That's true. So
Or actually, I'm not sure it should be here because this is sort of the beginning of the new section, and I think it should be before that.
so it's like warns you that now kind of a new chapter or the end of the old one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good idea.
But then again, like it's a pain in the ass falling down here, but you won't die.
But then you have to just get good.
just get good, man.
Get good, mates.
Get good, mate. All right. So we'll
See,
you know what?
That's
We'll
the
do.
stuff I say, and then I'm the one falling down all the time. So it's
We'll move this.
Oh.
We'll move this. We can always move it back, right? We'll place it here. There's a checkpoint.
that's a good place.
We'll make this a big area, just to make sure that you cannot run past it.
Some will.
Oh, did I move the checkpoint here? That wasn't intentional. Move it, put it there. Put the sensor here.
Yeah, that's good.
Totally unskippable. I actually remember falling down here once.
There we go.
Let me just do that. And
Is that the final checkpoint now, or do you feel like you
that's
should
a good
have
question.
one more?
So you run here, blah blah blah.
And then it's not
Past the section.
Yeah. Get into the snow section. You
Get
get
up
there.
here.
And then you know what? Sometimes you need to. I think it's No, wait. You get up there. Can you just go to the ending of the?
You get up here. You get up here. You get up here. Like it's a relatively safe area, I think. Maybe not here. It's like you fall down here.
Yeah, it's somewhat safe,
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's alright. Now, like what I should do is add like this here. Let's say you fall down here. Well, tough luck. There's nothing to kill you. Nowhere that you can die. I should definitely add some damage down here.
It's an adventure within the adventure.
Yeah, right. I'll quickly do that, and just keep in mind, like this is an iteration. There's gonna be more, but right now there are a couple of places where you can fall down and completely ruin your run.
Yay!
and we just have to live with that for the time being. I will do iterations on this game as time flies, but I don't think we have time to do the full wrap up today. So we'll just roll with what we got so far. We'll publish this.
That's a good idea.
Looking forward to get some response.
And I'll make sure to share it in the chat.
Oh yeah. Alright, so get up here. Shall we just give it one playthrough before? Right?
That's a good idea.
Just make sure everything is okay.
Yes.
And guys, hope you like what we're doing today. Like because like usually we've been building games from scratch and we really enjoy that. But we also wanted to actually give you a chance to see something that was already pre-built.
Yeah.
See what this looked like. Maybe some of you can learn a thing or two from seeing something that's already built, or get a little inspired to do something. Maybe not. Who knows? We just really wanted to try this format where we show you something that we've actually created beforehand. But that being said, we really do enjoy also building from scratch.
Yeah.
And doing these challenges, and it's super fun to have you guys on board as well.
Yes.
All your crazy suggestions, and just like look at where we ended up with the name on the last challenge. That was just ridiculous.
Yes, that was pretty ridiculous.
but it's really fun. But please let us know, like if you like seeing some content that is already pre-built, or if you prefer that we build something together from scratch. Yeah. Because we're totally down with whatever.
And next week we will be building from scratch. Next week we will be building a week challenge, and we really look forward to doing that. Hopefully you will tune in and give suggestions, so you'll be part of shaping the week challenge that will be announced when it's done next week. And remember, in 2 weeks we are going to have a dev stream where we are playing the games in CREY. So suggest your own game or another game you think would be great to have showcased live, and we'll look into it. Do it in the Discord here in the chat.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll look forward to do that.
Oh yeah. Alright.
I think it's actually very, like, the camera is really nice. How it's just, yeah.
Got the badge.
Oh, you got the badge.
Yeah, but like as you can see with the camera, like right now we're a bit further away from the camera, so it's like has a more flat angle towards the character. But like as we move closer into the middle of it, you can see it tilts upwards.
Yeah.
Gets more top-down-ish.
Yeah.
Which is it can make it a bit difficult to control the character.
Yeah.
The direction of the character is very much controlled by the camera as well. But just be mindful about that. You can use it to your advantage, and hopefully it's not too bad in this case.
I really like that setup. I think it works very well. This is also this is a setup where you could, I almost feel like you should box the entire castle setup you made there, like a module where people can just actually like piece it together. It just looks really nice.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll just run one quick test on the respawn thing. So after this piggy is done talking, we'll jump down and die, and hopefully respawn.
Oh yes.
And off he goes. And let's just make sure. Yeah, there the card is. All right, we'll fall down, we'll die, and we're respawning. Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That is nice.
Get the sprint on here.
So it's working. Get into the cam. And oh yes, that's a nice transition.
Bum, bum. Alright.
See, he's going for the barbecue.
And up here. Alright. Okay, I'm sprinting through this. Sprint, sprint, sprint.
And like Scooten mentions,
so
that was
awkward.
close. There will be iterations to the game, so it's going to be either a trap or two. Oink, mate, let's party!
Woo!
Yes,
Alright.
that's a high five. That's a clean playthrough. You don't see that from Scooten very often.
Oh, that's so mean. But it's actually true.
But that worked really
It's
well.
true. Yeah,
So
cool.
So let's.
Let's just let's wrap it up, and we'll just go with the name that we had for it.
Yes, and I'll make sure to publish. No, not publish.
Are we
Share
taking,
it
like a new
in
screen?
the chat.
Like, even I get lost in this thing here. Let's see if there's like an area where you can take like a new screenshot. Is there? Just like trying to find an area that doesn't have a lot of.
What about the
big
beginning with
props.
Mr. Bacon? Is that a if you close the box?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, maybe I didn't box it.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I will, and then we will hide the box. Can I just like do a multi-selection here? Just to make it faster. We'll box
Uh-oh.
everything.
Oh.
Yeah. Like worried if like we'd get a crash or anything. Can I? What's going on? All right. Put this box over here.
What's happening? All right,
And
there we go.
And we'll live with this.
Yes, you can hide it, I guess.
We'll live with it. Still needed.
Okay.
That looks even weirder.
You can you
You
not
know-
just you can hide it, just H it.
No, but I'm not sure if it hides the actual.
Oh, the wiring.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it doesn't. But if we can we turn it a little bit? Okay, it's getting weird. let's just let's do it like this, right?
5 hours
Okay,
later.
5 hours later. Like if we just move it a little bit to the left.
Say cheese.
We'll go with this.
Oh, that's actually a nice.
We're happy about it. I
Yep.
think.
That looks good.
Cool.
Save game.
And we're going to press screenshot here.
Which is a new and neat minor, I'm gonna say, but it's actually a really cool feature.
Yeah.
Just gonna screenshot your games
Oh yeah,
for the thumbnail.
that's true. Like take a new one here.
Yep.
We'll make a custom screenshot eventually. I think. We'll keep on
Yes.
doing iterations here.
You can do that.
We can call this version 1.
Yeah, you can just browse and you can just upload your own game thumbnail
Let me do
for the games
brackets
you
here.
publish. So,
Okay.
version 1. More to come.
Boom.
There we go. Okay, so now for publishing.
Yeah. Now for publishing.
Building a game, publishing, and I will share it in the chat. So,
Let's
I go
just see.
to
Should be saved now.
CREY.com.
Bum,
And
bum. Oh, yeah. I need to publish. Bum bum bum. Scroll past this.
way
Press
back
on
home.
this, and we will press here.
Do it.
Bam.
Publish your game.
Publish.
It's so exciting.
Okay, should be there.
Okay. I'm gonna check out
So
the next-
looking forward to
Yes.
like getting some feedback here. I know there's a lot of hiccups in this game. Still work in progress. I really hope.
Oh, did you enable Ghost Replay? Blackwood is writing.
No, but maybe I should.
You could actually do that.
I
I don't
should.
think it's.
No,
yeah.
that's a good idea.
Thank you, Blackwood.
you, man.
That was a great suggestion.
We're just gonna unpublish really quickly. So.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually, that's a really nice idea.
Yeah.
We talked about having Ghost Replay for specific genres when you're building a game in CREY, and for some it doesn't make sense if it's a puzzle game or you have to solve a mystery or go on an adventure. If you yeah, it requires specific games, but this one, that's a really good point, Blackwood. Thank you. It actually is just kind of fun to see.
Like, do I even have the? Yeah, of course I have that here.
There we go.
Bam. And let's just check the leaderboard. It sets a fastest time.
I think longest time because you want people to explore.
Yeah.
Just idling in the corner for 5 days.
Oh no, we'll go with
that's
with
fastest
time, right?
time. That's usually a winner for that.
Yeah. All right.
So-
Let's do a resave.
And I'm just updating you guys. If you do any iterations to your
just wanna
games,
make sure that this is. Yeah, that's fine.
you save it. Remember to republish the game in order for the changed stuff to actually take place. Oh, missing image.
Can it be, man? We had that. Oh, there it is.
It was just
Okay.
early alpha. So now the Ghost replay is available.
It should be on. Leaderboard should work.
Yes.
And really looking forward to get some feedback from you guys, because there are lots of things that can be improved here.
Please do go to the game feedback channel in the Discord. Check
Yeah.
out the link below the stream, and do join us. Do give a follow. Next week we will be building a game from scratch.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a week challenge.
Yeah.
So that's a complete build and publish experience next Thursday, 4 p.m. CET.
Oh yeah.
And yes, like Scooten is mentioning, feedback is really, really nice. So do
Oh yes, it is.
bring it our way. Would
Yeah.
mean a lot.
And if you have suggestions as well, you can write them in the comment section on the game,
Yes.
if you prefer.
Yeah.
That way it'll be more visible,
Yes.
I guess. And we'll just revisit this. I think maybe at some point. I think, but like we have to. I have to. I have to.
I was thinking about the save time.
There are
That
a lot of,
is quite a heavy save time.
That is, yeah.
Oh, I actually
wasn't
think
as long before, was it?
no. But we've had it a few times where saving takes a while.
Should
Don't
I
know.
should I cancel?
Let's wait.
We're waiting.
So, any
hoping.
jokes? Any jokes in the chat while we wait? No, no. All right.
No?
So,
Oh,
hey!
wow.
We did it.
Let's go here.
Yes.
Close this. Open it. Press publish, and there we go.
Okay. Let
There we
me
go.
see. Going here, going there, and newest, the way back home. Opening up, grabbing
Yeah.
the share link.
Yeah.
And
Hey, there it is. It seems
There
like
you
it's
go.
still using the old screen, but that's all right.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, and check out in the chat. I posted the link for the game just built. Again, like Scoot mentions, drop some feedback.
yeah, and guys, I think that's it for today.
Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in. It was fun doing a little work on this thing.
Yeah. Oh, Blackwood writes, for me it's the new picture. Okay, so
Oh,
it might
okay.
just be an
Well,
update delay.
Yeah, it could be an hour end.
Yeah.
But cool. Thanks for confirming that.
Yeah.
So let's wrap it.
Yeah.
That was it, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
It was really fun today.
Means a lot.
Next time, as Lars said, we are doing a challenge.
Yes.
So make sure to catch us next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Thursday. And have a nice weekend when
Yeah.
you get there.
Have a nice weekend.
See you
See
guys.
you guys.
Bye bye.
Hey.